What is up, guys? It is Bob Blah Blah, and welcome to my first full-length commentary on Black Ops 2, and I'm excited to actually have a pretty decent gameplay because this game has been ridiculously difficult for the first couple days because the type of person who gets a game early, who goes out of their way to spend, 100, 200, some people are spending $500 to get this game early, they're almost always hardcore players. So we've been just getting massacred. I shouldn't say massacred, I've been holding my own, but every game is just a battle. So it was nice to finally get a good gameplay. This is a 77 kill 6v6 Dom, which is the most I've seen so far. I'm sure someone else has matched this, but for 6v6 Dom, it's pretty damn good. This map is Hijacked, and Hijacked is awesome. It's easily my favorite map, and I think when we all saw the preview footage, because they showed a lot of Hijacked, we all knew it was going to be a good map, but it's even better than I thought. I mean, there's all kinds of flank routes. You can go below the deck, you can go above it, not all the way across, but you can go in the above buildings, and then you can do this flank route on the side. It is just a killer map, super high action. It reminds me a lot of a combination of Wetwork from COD 4 and Nuketown. This map, though, I'll tell you right now, it's way better than Nuketown. It is just awesome. So let me give you my first impressions of the game. I'm going to go over a bunch of the good stuff that I love, and I'm going to go over some of the negative stuff, just to kind of give you guys fair warning. But overall, I'm super positive right now. This game, it does feel kind of like Black Ops. I'm going to go over the feel first. It feels a little bit like Black Ops in terms of kill time, in terms of just the general... Oh, triple spray, baby! In terms of just the general feel of the game, the hit detection, things like that. But the pace of the game is so much faster. It's much more like an Infinity Ward pace. If you think of COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, whatever you think of those games, there's one thing that's true. They're all hectic. They're fast-paced. This game, for the most part, is quite fast-paced. Now, not in TDM. If you're a TDM player, I wasn't a big fan of the TDM so far. Now, maybe it's just because I'm only playing good players, but it was really, really annoying playing TDM. A bunch of people camping, a bunch of people hiding. It was really annoying. But Domination, super fast-paced, super, super awesome. Guys, another thing I love is how you get your kill streaks. Now, we've already talked about that. You guys should know how to do it. But you see all those white numbers flashing in the middle of the screen? You get points for like everything. If you have a UAV up, you get points for every kill. If you have a counter UAV up, you get points for every kill. If you cap a flag, you get 200 points. If you get a kill, you get 100 points. If you get a kill while capping a flag, you get 200 points. It's incredible. You can rack up points so quick if you play the objective, guys, and I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, people will take a cue from that, and they'll actually play the objective in this game, because so far we've been playing mostly tryhard, so most games people do play the objective, but there's always going to be those dudes that hide and just are so afraid of dying that they refuse to play, but, you can't do anything about that. So the feel, like I said, it's like a better version of Black Ops, a much faster paced version. The Pick 10, I predicted that would be one of my favorite things about this game, and it has been. It is freaking awesome. I love the Pick 10. It gives you so much variety. The only thing I don't like about it is I miss a specialist. There's so many good things to choose from that it's really hard to decide what to pick from. But the Pick 10 is just awesome. It's turned out great. I'm impressed. They put it in the game. They completely changed up the creative class, and it's worked. And that's a testament to their game design, because that's not easy to make a pretty big change. That's a good thing. As far as the kill streaks, guys, I think the biggest one I've gotten so far is the stealth chopper, which you see up in the air right now. Basically, it's the attack helicopter from the old games, except it doesn't show up on the radar, so it's harder for the other team to see. But people are going to start shooting them down, because right now they're not shooting them down, so it's getting a ton of kills. But I'm pretty sure they're going to catch on to that pretty quick and start shooting them down. So as far as the guns in the game, I've said in my other video, my tips video, it's definitely a SMG dominant game, no doubt. Now, I'm not saying you can't use the assault rifles, but right now, unless they patch something, it is definitely SMGs all the way. I mean, I use SMGs. Actually, that's all I use now. I pretty much never use assault rifles. Oh, snipers. If you either love sniping, you're going to love this game. The sniping is quite easy. It is very doable. The aim assist is really strong. It's a lot of one-hit kills. You do get some hit markers, but it's not too bad. However, if you hate snipers, if you hate quickscopers, you're going to be annoyed, because I promise you, you will be getting quickscoped in this game. It's going to happen. This game, the one, by the way, drawback of Hijacked, I love this map. It is awesome. But every once in a while you'll face a team that will literally just camp in the house. I don't know what you call it, this upstairs here or the downstairs, and they'll just chill inside the whole game and ignore flags. But there's nothing, I'm convinced there's nothing Treyarch or any developer can do about people willing to camp. Because I used to think it was all for KD, but now I'm not even sure why they do it. I mean, sometimes I watch and they don't even get a good KD. It's like they're just, I don't know, they're just so afraid to die they won't move. It just happens. So one thing, you're seeing it right here, the round is ending, and this is a new thing to Domination. Basically, the round ends, and it starts over again, and you flip spawns. And I think it's great from a fairness standpoint, obviously, because now both teams get the spawn. On the other hand, it definitely changes the momentum of a game. I mean, we've had games that we were either winning or losing, and we get saved or hurt a lot by the round ending. Because in the old game, if you held B and you didn't want to lose it, they never got another chance. Well, now you're starting over fresh, which is awesome if you're behind because it gives you a chance to cap B, but it's not that good if you're ahead because now you got to cap B over again. And the B spawns in domination, guys, if you're a domination player, they are nuts. Almost every B spawn is super hard to cap. You better hope that you've got teammates with you. I highly suggest you put on smoke because on some of these flags there's no cover, and if you don't have smoke on, you're going to get wrecked. In fact, until we had a guy with smoke on, we were getting destroyed trying to cap some of these B flags. Once you lose them, it is just ugly. So they definitely made it a challenge for the objective player who wants to cap a B flag, but it's good and bad. It's awesome because it makes it really important that you get that B flag. Some games, though, I noticed that the other team, it seems like they quit the second they lose B, and part of that might be, you know, it's so hard to get that they really don't feel like really trying anymore because they know they're going to die 47 times trying to get it. Okay, and then I'm going to go into a couple of the negatives, guys, and there really isn't much. I really like this game. Probably the main thing, first of all, is community. You can't fix community. You can't fix people who are willing to lose every game they play in. You can't fix a guy who's willing to go, you know, 14-3 sitting in the back of his spawn. In fact, we had a guy who did exactly that. It was really frustrating. The one thing, though, I will say from a map design perspective that I'm not super fond of, and a lot of people you'll hear talk about this, is if you've heard of the term head glitch. A head glitch is kind of where this guy on my right is. It's just anything where you can just kind of barely poke your head over. They are all over this game. It is more than any other Call of Duty game. So if you go around a corner, there's a good chance there's going to be a guy looking at you with full cover up to his head, and you're screwed. It happens all the time. And the only reason that's kind of a design flaw is if you put in head glitches, people are more likely to stop at that head glitch and just chill for a while. And that can get annoying when you're playing in a game, you're looking for a faster pace, and there's just people doing that. So that can be annoying. The sheer amount of head glitches is a little bit annoying, but overall, that's not too bad. Really, the only other thing is the score streaks might be a little too hard to get, which is kind of weird to say. It's really hard to get some of these score streaks. Now, obviously, the beast players, the absolute, destructive players, are still going to get the big streaks, no problem. But I think average player is not going to be able to get the good stuff. In fact, I would say your typical player will never get a swarm legit, like ever, unless they boost or get super lucky. It's just too hard. I know I'll be able to get one. I know other good players will be able to get them. But they're for me, not worth using, really, because they're so hard to get. I'm going to go game after game with that wasted score streak spot when I could have just been using a smaller kill streak and I could get them all day long. So I don't know if they'll tweak that. They've said they might. It wouldn't shock me if they will make the score streaks easier to get because so many people are going to fail getting them. Now, it has made the care package more important because there's so many kill streaks that a lot of people will never get. I've seen a lot more people using care packages, and also another note about the care packages, you can get the good stuff. We've been hit by a swarm that a guy got in a care package, and we've been hit by dogs that someone got in care package, and it was not pretty. Facing dogs or a swarm, especially when they got in a care package, can be really frustrating, but that's the same with all the Call of Duty games that have had care packages. They've always been really annoying. Oh, by the way, you see that, guys, that drop shot fail? Don't drop shot. If you're a drop shotter, quit. It doesn't work. I mean, it's okay sometimes if you're wide open, but it seems like wherever you are in this game, your prone gets blocked. I don't know why, and it doesn't seem as fast. You don't drop near as quick as Modern Warfare 3, so all you drop shot haters should be somewhat happy because it's definitely harder in this game. By the way, man, this is a pretty competitive game. I didn't realize how close it was. Also, domination, guys, it is now a 10-minute time limit, so it doesn't matter what the score is. So it's actually harder to make a comeback because you don't have near as much time, which is both good and bad, but I actually like it in general. I think it's pretty cool that now the game doesn't necessarily reach 200. It's also nice because the gameplays are a little bit shorter, and that's always good because some of those old games used to get up to, like, 13 minutes, I think, and that's definitely a long time. By the way, that was like a weird glitch. I couldn't get my my little laptop there, my iPad down. So really, though, negative-wise, guys, not a whole lot to say. I'm loving the game. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of good players, so that was frustrating at first. I like playing good players, but when you're playing them every single game, that can get old. It literally gets tiring having to play so seriously and tough. But oh, by the way, guys, and I'll probably put up a video about it. I got to play in one of the early games in The Race. If you haven't heard of The Race, it's this awesome Twitch project that 4 big YouTubers are doing with T. Martin and 3 other guys, Gold Glove, Ernest Lee. and basically, Jericho, we got put in a game against them, and it was awesome. There was like 28,000 people watching on Twitch, and we got in it. In fact, a lot of you guys have already commented on my video that you guys saw that, and we did manage to beat them. However, I think it was 6-on-5 for a lot of the game, and they were messing around with their equipment and stuff, so they're legit players and friends of mine. So, but it was a lot of fun to think about the fact that when we were playing, I was like, man, there's 28,000 people watching us play right now, which is pretty cool and wacky if you think about it. So that's it for the video, guys. I just wanted to give you my first impressions on this game. I really enjoyed it. I think you guys are going to enjoy it too. And that's it for the video, guys. I'm going to have a whole bunch of videos coming up that you guys enjoy, but like I said, 77 kills in a 6v6. It's the most I've seen in a game that I've played in, and hopefully it's the most you've seen. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I'm going to have more Black Ops 2 coming at you as soon as possible. Take it easy.
Big win, job done.